wait to the end to try to justify their actions of what they done before, man. When I sit back and I look at these stories, especially this story about this father, this son was killed by the police officer in an officer involved shooting, I actually look back and I do a lot of things. And one thing that I do is I do the research to make sure everything that I'm talking about is accurate. And what people are not paying attention to, that they really need to be paying attention to, is this young individual, this child that was 18 years old, was out here riding around in a stolen vehicle that was took from someone by force. This 18-year-old child was riding around out here with a stolen firearm in his possession, man. I tell people, don't wait and try to use every situation, this interaction with the police, to use it as a race key or a way to incite violence in the streets when it shouldn't be that type of situation. Because I tell parents every day, if you fight hard like this, fight hard like that every day to teach your children that there are going to be consequences to your actions, man. And I'm not saying that this father in his mind felt like that he was doing the right thing, but dude did the wrong thing, man. Because you got to think, if you was put in a situation where you are a police officer and you just got a call of a violent person driving a vehicle that was tugged by force, stolen vehicle. And when you try to stop that vehicle don't stop. You can believe in the mind of that police officer, black, white, Chinese, or Asian. He's hoping and praying to God because he know, like everyone in this world know, that these young kids out here are packing some mean ass firepower, man. These young motherfuckers got some real motherfucking elephant knockdown weapons in their possession, man. But then you got to think that this father might be blaming himself because he know that he should have done a lot more to try to teach his son of the consequences in life when you do things like stealing, robbing, and running from the police with a weapon in your hand. This is not one of them situations where an unarmed black man was just riding down the street and didn't do nothing wrong and had an interaction with the police and he was put in the bag, man. This was a criminal that was riding around in a stolen vehicle and went on a high-speed chase with the police, man, putting himself and a lot of individuals' life in danger, man. You got to believe that when that police officer pulled him over and he jumped out that car with that weapon in his hand, he didn't know what that man's intentions was, man. And what y'all folks don't realize is when they show you that it was a black man, then you holler out, he the police. Everybody that's the police ain't a bad guy, man. Everybody that's in this world ain't out to get a motherfucker, man. But some folk got a job to do. Just like a criminal got a job to stay away from the police job is to catch the criminal, man. And then what people don't really understand is, and I'm going to tell you because I can understand and really just speak on it because I've been there. When I was young, 16, 17 years old, I was put in a situation where someone robbed me and I retaliated and took that person's life. I never regretted taking that individual's life for his actions. But as time went on and I realized that that individual had friends and family members and kids and people that was actually going to miss that individual, I started thinking about my actions more. So you got to think to yourself, this man, the father of this individual, didn't go out there in the world and run over the individual that took his son's life. This man went out there literally and called a person, an officer out there doing traffic duty at a college event, and he pushed the gas pedal and ran over that man and took his life, man. How you think that individual's family feel? Cause they loved one didn't leave this earth out there in a high speed chase or in a blaze of glory defending the city. That individual was out there directing traffic, and this man right here had so much anger in his heart for the police department for doing their job when he actually dropped the ball on being a father. Cause you gotta realize one thing, man, that your child is out here putting themselves in a situation to the point where they be in an officer involved shooting, or they be in a shooting with another individual that is black. It happens every day. I don't know why people think that when you get a person of color, you supposed to treat them different. I don't understand that. Because if you are an individual that has any common sense, you know one thing for sure and two things guaranteed. You have every nationality, every race on the police force around the world, man. You have every race in the United States out here in these streets committing carjackings and robberies, man. Only common denominator that you have that every state in the United States have is they all juveniles, ages from 8 to 18 years old, that are killing the people in their communities, man. So when you read the stories and you see these things that go viral, make sure that you are protesting about the right situation and the right things, and make sure that if you was in that situation, would you blame yourself or would you blame somebody else?